Who really controls your future? Look in the mirror. It's you. So long-term trends don't care about election cycles. Whether you participated in this election, participated in a business right now, none of those things really matter to the long-term economic trends. You are going to be better off, likely. The world's going to be better off 10 years from now than it is today. The e-commerce market is just going to continue growing. Online shopping is going to continue growing. There's only going to be more things purchased online. Your assets are only going to be worth more money. Yes, the government's going to print even more dollars, so your purchasing power will be less and everything will be worth more. Everything's just going to continue growing. Welcome to the Dropship Podcast, where you'll learn how to build and grow a high-ticket dropshipping business and hear stories from successful e-commerce entrepreneurs. Let's kick this thing off. Hey, Ben here, just me today. I was actually supposed to record an SEO teardown for Will. I'm letting you know that's coming. That'll likely be over on the new Patreon. If you haven't checked that out, patreon.com/Dropship Podcast. You can head over there and join, or you can join the YouTube membership. John and I are going to do a little more casual stuff, a little more deep dive, more of the techie stuff. Pull it off this free feed and put it behind a paywall and really go deep on some things over there. So we'd love for you to join us. Will, yours will be over there. It may even be on this feed in the next week. I don't know. But today I had something more pressing on my mind that I kind of wanted to talk about. And if you're American, I imagine it's been on your mind for a little bit too, and that is the election. I can't go anywhere without somebody telling me how I should feel, or what's changed, or how bad the world is, or how good the world is, or how things are going to be rough for me, or they're going to be great for me. Everyone has their opinion here. And then they quickly shift it around and say, what do you think? And my answer is the same. I don't fucking care. I certainly have my beliefs, and I see the world through my own lens, and I encourage everyone to see it through Ben's lens. Of course I do, right? Just like we all do. But at the same time, I'm going to get mine. It doesn't matter who's in the White House. It doesn't matter who's in any of those positions of power. You are in control of your life, right? So, I had Claude help me write this. Claude came up with a great line. Check out this great line. Who really controls your future? Here's a hint. Look in the mirror. It's you, right? So long-term trends don't care about election cycles. Whether you participated in this election, participated in a business right now, none of those things really matter to the long-term economic trends. You are going to be better off, likely. The world's going to be better off 10 years from now than it is today. The e-commerce market is just going to continue growing. Online shopping is going to continue growing. There's only going to be more things purchased online. Your assets are only going to be worth more money. Yes, the government's going to print even more dollars, so your purchasing power will be less, and everything will be worth more. Everything's just going to continue growing. As Ryan Daniel Moran says, there's constant expansion happening. Just like the universe, we are constantly expanding economically as well. And the money keeps printing, assets keep appreciating, and the markets keep moving. It doesn't matter who's in the Oval Office or who's president-elect. And so really, you're the CEO of you. And what really matters is your skills are your security. So again, it doesn't matter what winds shift in the economy or what winds shift in the marketplace. Your skills will back it up. So we often reference what we do here at Dropship Breakthru is you're learning skills. And so no matter what happens, you have these skills to fall back on. One thing I've gotten really good at over my 10 years is SEO. I would hazard to say I'm in the top 1% of e-commerce SEO people in the world. And I don't think that's hard for me to show proof of. In fact, I think I could go into any e-commerce business and probably pull some levers and move the needle for really anyone. I enjoy e-commerce SEO. I've also gotten pretty good at ads for e-commerce stores on the Google side. And so I have these skills that no matter what happens, no matter if John and I say we're done teaching this stuff, we no longer want to run our businesses, we can pivot to wherever we'd like to go to help other e-commerce stores because we have the skills. And I encourage you to learn those skills too. So if you're just sitting on the sidelines and you're woe is me or really happy, I don't care. I want you to know that you're in control here and you should take action. You should start building today. And so if you're on this podcast, you're likely thinking about building a dropshipping business, and I would encourage you to start. No better time than right now. So in 4 years, whether you're going to be really sad in 4 years or really happy in 4 years, you have a business that's been running for 4 years. And I promise you, the self-development journey you're going to go on during that 4 years will change you who you are anyway. And you're likely going to think differently when it comes time to get all hot and bothered over who the next president may or may not be.
If you're listening in and you'd like to take the first steps towards building your own high-ticket dropshipping business, head to dropshipbreakthru.com/go, where we've got a free training waiting for you that's going to walk you through the first steps you need to take to start your own high-ticket dropshipping business, and I'm going to walk you through an actual example of what one of these businesses looks like.
So I would encourage you to pick a market and build a Shopify store. You can go sign up literally for free. I'm pretty sure it's like a $1 trial. I'd have to go look at the exact things, but I'm positive you can start for virtually nothing on Shopify, certainly less than $20, $30 at most. And you can kind of screw around on there. I don't know what their current trial is, but last time I looked, it was $1 for 90 days. And so even if it's $1 for 30 days, you can just go mess around and play around with Shopify and learn something, right? So go pick a market, go build a store, and call some suppliers. You literally have nothing to lose. And let's say you're just doing this as a game, which is how I would frame it if I were you. You're going to call those people, and some are going to say no, and some are going to say yes, and none of that matters. It really doesn't matter, because you're just learning what it takes to build a business, and what it takes to make some hard phone calls, and what it takes to pitch yourself, and what it takes to study a market and see whether there's actually opportunity there for you to serve a person and serve them well enough with the products that they buy, which is how we teach it around here, right? And so I would encourage you to just get started and change your life. You're in control. I started talking about the election and all that stuff, and I'm just kind of tired of hearing about it, if I'm honest with you. I'm tired of going to the salad place I go to and hearing "woe is me" on occasion from certain people. I'm tired of hearing my friends and family's opinions on group chats and all of that stuff, because none of it matters. What really matters is you taking action. You are in control, and I encourage you, if you're listening to this podcast, to take that first step. We have a free training on our website. John literally shows you a store. This podcast, we've given away the entire playbook. Go start at episode 1. What is dropshipping? What is high-ticket dropshipping? High-ticket versus low-ticket dropshipping? All of the podcasts are there to walk you through what's possible, and all you need to do is start. And you might not have any references, right? You might not have the belief this can work yet, but I encourage you to borrow mine. You don't have any references? Borrow mine. 10 years ago, I was driving a forklift at a Walmart distribution center, and can't even imagine that I'd be sitting behind this desk, behind this microphone, talking to you, having just exited one of my businesses. I couldn't imagine being here. So use me as a reference and say, oh, well, it's possible, right? And there's many, many other people in our course. So use them as a reference. And if you don't have any confidence, use mine. I've seen this work for hundreds of people who put in the work and actually do something about this. Take action. Don't just sit there twiddling your thumbs. Actually take action. Go break stuff. Go have fun. Go learn some stuff. Go learn these skills. I've seen it work for hundreds of people. So borrow their confidence. Borrow my confidence in you if you need that. All I want to do with this podcast is get people to step outside of the nonsense that people engulf themselves in. And I'm not saying it's not important in some ways. I'm telling you it's not important enough for you to wait to take action in your own life because you're disappointed in what happened, or you're scared for the future, or maybe you're really happy. Maybe you're on the other side and you're thrilled and things are going to change. None of that matters. What really matters is what's going to change in your life, and the only person who can control that is you. So I encourage you to make that change. If you want to hear about the exit I was just talking about, we just released our first episode back on the Patreon and on our YouTube membership. We'd love to have you over there. Kind of went deep on the ups and downs, and the October, the hardest October I've ever had in my life, that's for sure. Going through a ton of stuff while selling the business, and so I'd love to have you over there. Again, go to the profile on YouTube, Dropship Breakthru's profile on YouTube, and there's a join button if you want to join that membership, or on Patreon, patreon.com/Dropship Podcast. All back episodes are free. There's some way back ones. We put them all out on this free feed now, but the episode we recorded last week is absolutely free. Just go listen to it on Patreon, and you're only charged when we put out a new episode. We're going to put one out every week. It's just $5 an episode. Pretty cheap cost, less than a cup of coffee to enjoy some content from John and I. So I hope somehow in this podcast of me rambling gets you to take action. And I know, look, I might have a different opinion than John, so I'm trying not to speak on John's behalf, and I'm certainly not trying to tell you what's right or wrong in today's world, or who is the good candidate, who is the bad one, or even how I feel about it, because it doesn't matter. I just want you to get started. I want you to look deep inside yourself and say, today is the day that I'm going to change my own life, and that it doesn't matter what's going on around me. I have the power to change my habits, to take action, to believe in myself, to have some confidence, and go make some mistakes and learn some skills, and you can be a different place 4 years from now. You can be a different person 4 years from now. And I just encourage you to take that action. Thanks for listening to the Dropship Podcast. You can find all the show notes for this episode at dropshippodcast.com. And if you're ready to take the next step in your dropshipping journey, we invite you to join us inside Dropship Breakthru, where John and I will walk you through step-by-step in starting your own high-ticket dropshipping e-commerce business. But that's not all. Dropship Breakthru will also teach you everything you'll need to know to grow your business and take it to the next level. So head over to dropshipbreakthru.com and sign up for our free training that will help you take the first steps towards building and growing your own profitable high-ticket dropshipping business.